Okay.
Oh. Oh, that just cut out real quick
Oh, that
there.
was quick, Beck. How you
Hi.
doing?
I'm like in the middle of a yawn. Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Our new show here. What's going on here? We'll see how this works, right?
Yes, we are on a new streaming platform and we are hoping that it works just as well as the last one, if not better.
If we
We'll see.
disappear, you'll understand why.
Yeah, that's right. If we're 4 minutes late, you'll understand why, which we are. So, you are listening to or watching Going On Daily, our live morning show. I'm here with Rick the Shark, and I am Becky. How are you?
I'm doing good. A little under the wind, but we're gonna
Yeah,
get
you
through
said
this
that.
today. So yeah, just you
Mike
know how
was
that
sick
is.
last week. You're sick this week.
It's that transition from summertime to fall. It was raining here for three
Mhm.
days, and I was outside by a fire pit, so I think I got a little bug here. But we'll get through it today. It's all about the sunshine in the back here, and we're gonna have some
Yeah,
fun.
like if you're puking, it's fine. We'll just
It's okay. I
cut
mean,
you out. Just
yeah, I'm
do the
sure. I'm
show
sure
tomorrow.
Captain Ron knows how to hit the button to mute us, right?
Yeah, that's right. He'll pop on if you're puking. All good. So follow us on Facebook at RI Broadcasting, on X/Twitter. I don't know how to call it, but that's Broadcasting RI. YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. Twitch, which apparently is doing very well, RI underscore, oh god, RI underscore broadcasting. And yeah, once again, going on daily, Becky and Rick. So we got a good show today. You got something about a UPS driver. I didn't even look into this one.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. Are we gonna start with this, or you ready to rock and roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't make this up. So UPS, I always wonder this, Becky. They're big here. Did they ever cross the state line, like the country line?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure
they're
they.
here.
Oh, okay. Really?
Hmm.
Are they called something else, or are they called USPS? I mean, well,
Not
maybe
USPS, UPS.
UPS. Yeah, I thought that was a United States thing. I didn't know that was like.
Well, I think it is, but I mean, keep in mind a lot of the stuff that we buy is from the states. So
Yeah, I guess so. So they come up here. So the truck drivers, I mean, you see them. They got their seatbelt on, the door open. Apparently, they don't have AC in there. I guess, right? I mean,
yeah.
that's
Well,
what
they
I'm
have
thinking.
the door. They have all that fresh air.
Yeah, that little fan. So this is pretty wild story, and it ends up pretty. It's like, thank God the driver didn't get hurt. So this UPS driver in Texas, uh, you know, he passed out because of heat exhaustion, and crashed into a tree. Missed a car and crashed into a tree.
Hmm. Wow.
I mean, this is so. Here's what happens. It gets crazier with this. So he calls the supervisor and says, "I'm kind of like fainting. I don't feel
Mhm.
good." The supervisor, instead of him saying, "I'm going to get another driver out there," he said, "Just come back. It's only 30 minutes away, and then we'll get somebody else to replace you."
No.
And then on
Okay.
his way
Well, he
back,
meant
he
well.
crashed. So now the union is in uproar because their quote is the union's blasting them in there. This is all over social media. Package over people.
Wow.
Wow.
So
So
someone
that's
expected to get their package, even though dude's dead somewhere.
Well, package over people. So the supervisor, I think, is going to be investigated, probably, fired because,
I mean,
you.
the supervisor said, "Come back. We'll deal with it." He didn't say, "No, keep going. Have a sip of
But
water
when
and come
you're like
back."
that, when the guy said, "I'm really like under the wind, like I can't, like
Well, what
I'm."
are they supposed to do? Sit in the stagnant heat and wait for somebody to
No,
pick
he
you
would
up?
stand
That doesn't.
outside and a truck would come by. Like there's trucks all the time come by,
Right.
and
Hmm.
I mean
I don't
that's
know.
what you do. You can't like let a person when they report that you have to report that down. That person's unsafe to drive.
But I mean, did he say like, "Hey, I'm feeling like I'm going to pass out. I feel like I have heat exhaustion," or was he
Yes, he
like,
did.
"I just
Yep,
don't
that's
feel great"?
that's the thing.
Okay.
He said, I got heat. I feel like I heat exhaustion. I have some water. I'm fainting. I'm like, just feel like I'm fading right now. And the guy said, well,
Okay.
come back to the station, which is 30 minutes away. You can't do that.
I mean, okay, like I'm not inside with their management, but I am trying to play devil's advocate here. Like, what? The dude's a grown man. Like, why didn't he just pull over and just rest?
Yep, that's but business and protocol. That's what it's all about.
I guess
Policy
he
and
didn't want
procedure.
to
That's the
lose his
big thing.
job or
It's like,
something.
yep, you gotta, if you report that, you gotta say, get off the road. And there's trucks all the time. We'll get a truck there in 10 minutes to pick you up, lock your truck up, and we'll get somebody else to drive that back or something. So,
Hmm.
but then he crashed. That's the bad thing. Now he crashed. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like, whew, and he could have hurt somebody. So there, all this, and you know how a union is. The union jumped on this big time, and
Yeah, of course.
they're very
Well,
upset because they're trying
good
to
thing they
protect.
have a union.
What's up?
Good thing they have a union.
Oh yeah. Oh, they have one of the best unions in the country. Oh,
I bet.
UPS. Oh yeah. They get well taken care of. It's kind of a tough job though. People don't understand it. Like you just don't jump as a driver. My neighbor at my parents' house has been a driver for 25 years, Becky,
Hmm.
and he actually had a bid on it. In the beginning, you have to unload trucks. Like you have to put them on
Oh,
every
wow.
package on there, and every package you just don't. You have to like work like a puzzle to get them all on.
Hmm.
So if you don't, you have to pull them back off and get them on. So you start there and then you go to the driver part.
Wow. So kind of like if you work for the rail, you start like
Yep,
lining up rail cars, and then eventually you're an engineer, and then you're a conductor.
exactly. And then you bid on the routes because different routes are, have different money. If you're in the inner
Right.
city, you get paid more than you were in rural area. But then the rural area, you're
Mm,
going to be driving for 8 hours instead of four. So
right. Interesting.
pretty wild. But yep, UPS. They hit the headlines not in a good way, but hopefully,
Not in a good
you know,
way.
he's okay. He's in a hospital right now, so
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
what they
ask.
said. Yeah, he was in a hospital, so I don't know, nothing major, but just they said it kept him overnight.
Well,
Ouch.
yeah, I mean, I think it's easy to bounce back from heat exhaustion, right? As long as you're
Yeah,
hydrated and
I think it's the Recco because if you see that, I don't think Captain Ron has it. The whole front end of the UPS truck is like just smashed
oh,
in.
right, because you got in an accident as well.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. So that was yeah. It's ouch. Where's my package at? Right?
I was gonna say, I bet you there's some Karen being like, "It said that it was out for delivery, and it's not."
Oh,
And they're
there's a
like,
complaint
"Yeah,
all the time. It's like,
your
you know what?
driver's dead."
Nobody cared about the driver. It's like I didn't get my package on time. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
oh
Oh,
man.
Nike P is here.
Oh, look
Craftsman
who's
P.
here. The cigar boss. There he is.
Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, Mike on our new platform here. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, everything's a little different. Like all the comments are on the left side for me.
The comments are different.
Yeah, they're a
Yeah,
little different.
a little bit. It's a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. But
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All
that's
right.
it for
Well,
that. Woo woo.
so first of all, I wanted to say, because I totally forgot, follow us on Patreon at RI Broadcasting. This will help support the show. That
Yes.
will keep Rick and I in morning show business slash not yet, but not one day. Okay, so foods that will be impossible to get next month.
Uh-oh.
Now, I keep hearing about this everywhere. There's going to be shortages. And speaking of rail, and I don't know if it's just a Canadian thing or what, but the railroad, Canadian CN, I can't remember, if it's Canadian National or whatever, and Canadian Pacific are going on strike.
Okay.
So that is a lot of import export stuff that
Ouch.
is going to be hard to get. And now the video that I watched was an American video, it wasn't even a Canadian video. And they're also saying that these foods are going to be very tough to get within the next month.
Uh-oh.
So I know. So it says stock up if you can. So the first one is tomato sauce or pasta sauce. So the
Oh.
reason for that is that there is a global supply of tomatoes, which is like having issue with understrain due to, I guess, extreme weather. California has had a
Oh,
lot of
so no
extreme
more
weather.
spaghetti. No spaghetti for a
Yeah,
while.
that's right. So
Have
due
to
to
use
extreme,
mozzarella or
yeah,
something.
right, dry pasta, extreme weather and disease that affects tomatoes. In California specifically, they're a huge um, grower of tomatoes, and they've had drought and water restrictions. Plus, there's a rising cost of transportation and fertilizer, which has upped the cost of just tomatoes in general. So yeah, it's saying that pasta sauce could be Canadian geese burgers. I can honestly say, Mike, I've never eaten a Canada goose, but
No, not me.
I don't think so. Maybe like a white goose, not a Canada
This
goose.
is kind of wild. I got to tell you real quick, back this platform here. It's like I feel like sometimes Mike's bigger than us. Isn't it crazy how like the guest comes on like it's like on
Oh
your
yeah,
side?
it's
You
like
see it?
takes up the whole screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like popping up. It covers your name and everything. I was like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. All right, number two, eggs. So I don't know if in the States eggs have taken a huge jump in price.
Yes, they
Certainly in
have.
Canada they have. Like we buy free range, like the good stuff, the organic, the
Oh
antibiotic
yeah,
free,
you got
whatever.
to for eggs. Hell yeah. I
You
mean, they
have
taste
to,
better
but
too.
they're $10 a carton, which is wild. $10 for 12 eggs. I mean, and it's worth it to know that that chicken lived a good life, but still, it's crazy. Like when I want to spend $4, but even $4 for a carton of eggs is a lot compared to what it used to be.
That's
But it's saying that powdered eggs is kind of the way to go for the next little while. It has a shelf life of 5 to 10 years, so it is ideal for for long term storage. Who knows how long a food shortage is going to
what the
last,
hell?
right?
What's a powdered egg? I mean, come on,
I
they had to
don't
process
know.
that
I
stuff. I'm not
know.
I'm not eating that. I'm sorry.
I know. I felt the same
Yeah,
way, but I
powdered
suppose
eggs,
in a
powdered
pinch.
milk, powdered peanut butter, everything's powdered. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's
You're
just
gonna lose the
freeze dried
nutrients
or
from that.
something.
Yeah, you're
You
not gonna
would
get the same
you
egg
would think
with the
so.
yolk. Nope.
But it was saying like due to things like avian influenza and again rising food costs and transportation costs, that eggs have become super expensive and they could be very hard to get soon. So
Ooh.
powdered eggs is the way to go. Okay, number three is sugar. Again, weather, drought, floods in these sugar producing countries like Brazil or India. Shortage, high prices, but it does have an indefinite shelf life, so you can stick it on your shelf and be good with
Wow,
it.
sugar. I have no sugar in my house at all.
I know, yeah.
None at all.
My
Sugar and
husband uses
salt,
it for coffee,
unless
but
it's pink salt, I don't have that either of them too. People come to my house like, "Do you have sugar from coffee?" Nope.
no. What do you have, honey?
I have honey. Yeah, natural honey. Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same way. We do have sugar because my husband uses it, but like even the sugar that I was cooking with before was like coconut sugar, organic, fair trade, just
Yeah.
straight from coconut. And it tastes like brown sugar. It doesn't taste any different. Okay, the next one is flour. So the market is under pressure, I guess. The wheat supply has disruptions, rising costs, geopolitical tensions. For
Oh
example,
boy.
Ukraine and Russia, because they are huge providers of wheat. Um, but yeah, so it can last for 1 year on your shelf or longer in your freezer. So if you can stock up on flour, do it. Pour some sugar on me. Yes,
Oh
Ron.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, number five is canned fish. So that's your tuna, your salmon, your sardines, things like that. The fish industry, I guess, is suffering a lot these days from overfishing, climate
Oh yeah.
change. I don't know how I feel about that one. Regulatory restrictions. So it says if you can get tuna or salmon or things like that in a can, do
Yep.
it because it lasts for 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years, and your sodium intake, you'll have a heart attack, or you'll be. It's
Well,
so
just
it's low
drink.
loaded with sodium. All them canned
Make sure
things.
you drink. Well, it's probably preservative, but
You
drink
gotta
lots of water when you do it.
or drain it out with water. Did you ever drain it? I drain a can and I run water over top the
Oh,
can
oh, I've
too.
never ran in the water, but that's a good idea. It is salty.
Yeah.
I mean, I like salt, but I also would rather not
Sardines.
have
I
like
gotta tell
a.
you, sardines are so gross. My dad puts them
Are
with.
they?
He gets one with mustard, and he doesn't pull. You're
Ooh,
supposed to pull that little strip out because it's like I guess they're
they're
manure.
poop
Whatever.
line like shrimp.
No, the sardines, and he eats it just the whole thing, right in a cracker, like saltine crackers,
Doesn't it have bones in it?
little ones. I mean, you just crunch them up.
Ooh,
I
no,
know
thank you.
sardines. There's no appealing for me.
I can honestly say I've never tried it,
Yeah, they
so
smell. They smell pretty bad too. Just to let you
it
know.
smells bad. Yeah, that's right. The next one is dried fruit. So things like raisins, apricots, dates. It says that there is a supply chain disruption. And again, the weather in California, since they are a major grower of these sort of fruits, is causing some issues. So yeah, get some if you can. They last 1 to 2 years. Again, full of sugar. But I'm also thinking like I've got kids. They don't just eat salad and lean meat. Like they eat all of this. They eat
So that
sugar.
means though no fruit roll ups.
I do buy fruit roll-ups on occasion for them. It's a bit nostalgic. I have only ever had like one or two as an adult,
I
but
remember when they came out in the
it's good.
80s. I'm sure Mike did too. I think 88 they came out like in a little cellophane. They were wrapped up. It was like the
And you
fruit
guys were
roll.
like, "Oh my god."
And it said like 12% fruit. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Which,
12%
yeah,
fruit.
it
I
was
mean,
real
there's all
low.
these Pinterest boards about like how to make your own fruit leather and things like that. It feels like a stay-at-home mom kind of activity because I don't really have a lot of time for that. But I don't know. I would like to do that. It would be cool to like make my kids stuff that came from like fresh fruits and veggies. But
Mhm.
I don't know. The next one is nuts and nut butter. Of course, they've got a 2 year shelf life, but because of climate change and water scarcity and price increases, they are probably going to be hard to get soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is crazy. And yeah, there's two more: canned soup or stews, supply chain, rising costs, production costs. It seems to be the same with everything. Since COVID, everything has had production costs. And I'm saying production costs because it's like everything has jumped up
It has.
400%. And they're like, well, COVID really hit us. Like,
Yeah,
that was
no, it's not
weird.
COVID. It's the real deal of the greedy people. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
and it's not the businesses either. So if anybody says that, stop it. It's don't blame the business, blame everybody else that rises the stuff. So the business, I mean, they get the product same as us. They don't get it at a
Hmm.
major discount, and
No.
that's why they charge $20 for a hamburger now. I mean, it costs $10 to get the meat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like they're paying $2 and then they're
No,
charging
and then
20.
everybody, and then the waitresses, waiters, they want all this money. So it's like at the end of the day, how much money do you make off a burger?
Yeah, pretty much. No, and the last one that it said on this list was dried pasta. So shelf life
Ooh,
of 2 to 3 years, but the wheat market is volatile. Again, geopolitical tension, climate, war in Ukraine, or they didn't call it the war in Ukraine, but you know what I'm saying. Um, because Ukraine is one of the largest wheat exporters in the world.
I did
So
not know that. Wow. So I thought
yeah.
we were. I thought we had a bunch of wheat here. I guess not.
Well, I'm sure you do, or Canada does, or whatever, but Ukraine, that's their jam,
Yeah,
I
because
guess.
it's not really a big country. I'm thinking for them they'll be like world leader in wheat. That's kind of
Yeah.
wild.
So, a little fun fact: how many pounds of pasta do you think Americans eat per year?
How
One
many
person.
pounds? Oh my God. I want to say 100. Oh my God.
No,
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 no, no, no. I'm going to say 150 million pounds.
no, no. I meant per person.
Oh, per person, I'm going to say 20 pounds.
Yep, that's exactly it. 20 pounds of
Bam.
pasta per person
Y'all need
in
to stop that.
America.
They need to go down to 10 pounds. Y'all be
In
more.
Yeah, right. Probably no pounds really. And Italy, 51 pounds a year per
Ooh.
person. But look at the difference between Italian people
Well, here's the
and
thing is
North
though,
American
they
people.
eat that, but they
It's
do portion
healthy.
control too. We don't they don't have buffets like we do and all that.
No,
Plus,
they
I think
walk everywhere.
their pasta's a lot different. Like I do the
Fresh.
chickpea pasta. Did you ever do chickpea pasta?
No, never.
Yeah, if you get a chance, it's
Pretty
in an
good
orange
though.
one. I think it's called Bonza. Try it. It's chickpea
Okay.
pasta. It's yeah. You won't go
Nice.
back to the other stuff enriched flour one because it tastes like soap and stuff.
Right. I do like pasta. I very rarely eat it. My kids could eat spaghetti every day. I can't even remember last time I had spaghetti. Probably I was a child. Uh, yeah. So if you are out at a Costco, a Sam's Club, a Walmart, wherever, stock up on these things. They could be hard to get, and you don't want to
Stock
be
up.
left without food. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how big I buy into everything, but if the beginning of COVID taught us anything, it was
Exactly.
that
So
toilet
stock
paper.
up if you have the money. Probably don't, so you probably won't stock up. Most
That's what I'm
people
saying.
live.
Like, go to your 99-cent store, buy a bunch of pasta sauces and pastas or whatever. Yeah,
That
I
sounds
don't know.
good. I
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
right.
What a crazy wow! I would never think
Mhm.
these are like shortage, but you never know.
Right. All right. Tell me about this high at a state fair.
All right, it's great. The California State Fair. I mean, come on now. So they have now where they decided to this year to have the California Cannabis Experience. So you got
Mm,
the
what?
cows, you got carnival rides, you got your fried dough, your funnel cake, and right beside it, you got the cannibal experience of marijuana,
Yeah,
THC, and everything
what?
else. So yeah, so they had the dealers come down, and it's kind of funny because they joked about it. They said right beside your funnel cake and the kangaroo is the entrance to this. So it was the a retail store, and they also had a legal weed bar there that you could just smoke and hang out with people at the fair.
Wow.
So, and it was so popular that they said that
Of
the
course.
attractions on the other side, the fair with the livestock and stuff like that, nobody was going through. It was the carnival, food, and then this experience. Which I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're gonna get the munchies, right? So
Yeah, of course. If you've
listen,
got
Becky,
elephant ears or
it
mini
gets
donuts
better.
right there.
Inside the experience was food trucks.
Yes.
Yeah, so a little high, and then you get yourself the elephant ears or funnel cake. What the
That
heck? And
sounds
then some
awesome.
nacho chips, a little salt. Dude, where's my car? You know that movie? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
exactly.
Like, so my question is though, so all these people that are going to the fair, they have to drive home, right?
Right.
I mean, well, are they going to be that high,
I don't
or I
know.
mean, eh.
I feel like I'm a good driver if I smoke.
But you'll love this because they have alcohol at the fair too. I mean, California just
Well,
does
yeah,
everything. So
of
the
course.
alcohol booths at the fair weren't as packed because everybody was at this experience because it was new.
Mm, interesting.
One picture Spagol, you gotta
Is
love it.
that from Fast Times?
Yes, Ridgemont High.
Yeah, yeah.
So you'll love this. 80 companies were there, 80 small brands. So this is something that I did not know till I did research is they didn't bring the big companies in. It was 80 small ones.
Mm,
And then you're gonna love this scenario. So the guy, he was like, you know what, the one vendor, because it was in Sacramento where the capital is where the fair is, he said he had to haul grass back to LA to get more shipment. Haul grass, wink wink.
okay.
Haul grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cute
So
play
they
on
were
words.
running out a big time. One vendor said tripled their sales in just that 1 week than they did the whole season. I mean, the
Mm,
whole year. So, I mean, the stuff is getting out of control, which I'm going to tell you what, the green industry is projected to hit 46 billion in 2028. You know what? At the end of the day, I think if you need to have collective thoughts and you want to write a book, I'm not going to endorse anything, but I'm going to just say at the end of the day, if it's going to calm you down, why
right.
not? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Marijuana doesn't kill people. Alcohol does. Alcohol gets you. You want to fight. I never seen anybody. All my friends that I'm not gonna mention names that did this stuff, the street stuff. They just chilled and ate munchies or played video
Yeah.
games.
Play video
They didn't
games,
get an
watch a
argument.
funny
Nobody.
movie.
They're like goofy laughing and shit. Then you get
Hmm.
alcohol and you want to hit somebody, punch somebody,
Yeah, you get
domestic violence.
feisty.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, California is leading the way, and when it comes to this stuff, my brother lives there. You don't even have to have a weed card or nothing. You just go in like and just grab
Yeah.
what you.
Yeah, so it's been legal here since 2017 for like anyone to just walk in and buy it. You don't need a card or anything. So yeah, 2017, like I can honestly say since 2017, since it became legal, I have not ever gone in and bought some. Like it was, I don't know. I think it was better
So
when you had to
true.
buy it from some seedy dude in an alley somewhere.
Yeah, like Cheech and Chong, smoking up,
Yeah, that's
bro, in the
right.
back of the van. You know what I mean? Come
Yeah.
on, let me go. It's Cheech and Chong. We all know who
In
that is.
Yeah, that's right. In my town, like I live in a town of 35,000 maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 5 or 10 weed stores here.
Well, you know what they're doing
Like
now?
it's
They're doing a
crazy.
study where they're actually going to, I don't know what country it is. I think the states are working on it too, where elementary kids that are out like hyper deficit and stuff like that, they're going to start giving them prescriptions of marijuana like at the school.
Oh,
If it's
great
it.
idea. Great job, America.
But calm him down. Teacher says you're out of control. You're not going to the principal's office. Here's your gummy for the day. Wow.
That's
So
wild.
your snack is all the kids get gummies. They're passed out by 2 o'clock, and it's awesome.
That's insane.
My one
I
buddy, I'm not going to mention his name again because I'm not going to throw it out there, but he's a kindergarten teacher, and he used to party with us. And he's like, dude, he's like go in with hangovers, and he's like, dude, when they used to take the naps. He said, dude, they take a nap, and he said I'd pass out. Little kids will wake him up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he kept his job because he was funny, cool. I mean, he's still there now. He's married now, but back in the day, the first 3 years, he's like, bro, that nap time. They put a little carpet they bring out. There's a bunch of carpets. They have their name on it. We all take a nap for
So he
30
had his
seconds, 30
own
minutes.
carpet. Hey, that sounds all right.
Oh, it's
Sounds
great.
pretty okay.
I was like, man, come on. I was like, well, at least he wasn't drinking on the job. He's just taking a little nap.
Totally. Well, I mean, I think if you're in charge of children, you should be in like a right headspace.
Man, come on, let's live once. I've had teachers that I got teachers that had white stuff on their nose when they went to the bathroom, alcohol. I grew up in a high school where four of the teachers did drugs right in front of us. They basically said, so I'm used to that. Oh yeah,
Jeez, in the ghetto?
what? What you
You
trying to
grew
say? I
up
live
in
in
the
ghetto?
ghetto?
No, it was well, it's pretty not ghetto. It's country with inner
Oh,
city ghetto. So you put all of us together. You put country people, middle class, and the ghetto together. That was our high school.
and the teachers are just like
Oh
to
yeah.
try and get by in the
Oh
day.
yeah. It'd be like
Jeez.
it's nose time. I'll be back. And then the one teacher, we had a speech class where we actually went in like did nursery rhymes and stuff like that, to speak in front of people. And the one principal used to try to come in to review him. You know how you have the little glass on the doors? He covered up with construction paper and locked the door. And then we would just act crazy, like do all kind of stuff. Like,
Wow.
we play like beer pong, but water pong. And then somebody knocked on the door. He's like, get back in your seats, everybody. Open your book. I mean, I can't make this up in the 90s. It was like,
That is wild,
and
Rick.
then the one teacher we had, he drank all the time. He had his little flask, and he said, "Turn your heads, guys. It's time for flask." And he'd drink a little bit. But he was in a band, so on the weekends, like my
Wow.
parents and stuff would go see him in a band, and then he taught us Monday through Friday. Can't make this up.
No, you can't
Not
make
make
that up.
this up.
That
They're
is
both
wild.
retired now, of course, or I think the one
Of
passed
course,
away. But
old
yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. And then the one guy I had for power tech, you put lawnmowers together. He would stand on top because we all were like in this technical room and it's big tables. And like we take a test. If he see you looking at somebody else's, he'd step on with his boot on your fingers and hurt you. Or give you a gut check. It was called, hey Buck, come here, and just punch you in the gut, like, oh, like a gut.
Wow. It's
Yep. That
crazy
was the
because
kind of school I went to. It's like, yeah, it was like out of control.
like at my kid's middle school, when she first started going there, I saw the vice principal was like a girl probably my age, but she was wearing this like tank top and I could see a bit of side boob and like she's chewing gum and I thought, man, this is so unprofessional. Meanwhile, your teachers are just beating the crap out
Oh
of
no,
kids.
the art teacher dated two of the students. I mean,
Oh my gosh, this is wild. And
this is yeah. When I
a
say I grew up in dirt, it's called Uniontown, Pennsylvania. The Dirty U. It's yeah, it's called the Dirty U. You can only go up, but it's like yeah. So when
I
I
mean,
talk to people about experiences, I tell them about this stuff. They're like, dude, I can't make this up. Even my sixth grade teacher, before we go on, he actually would let us go out and play recess every day for like 2 hours in the afternoon, like in the snow and everything like that. Like
yeah,
not gym class. He just said, okay, we're done for the day. I'm tired of teaching, and let us run around. And he would sit
I
outside
love
and just
it.
watch us.
That's hilarious.
And then he would have a radio in his room too. And we'd listen to music the whole time, the whole
Wow.
day, music.
This
Yeah,
is
you could never do
not my experience with school. Mike, hashtag side
side
boob.
boob.
That's right.
Ooh, a little
That'll
side
bring the
part.
viewers.
Thought that was bad.
Hilarious. Well, yeah, anyways, back to your story,
Back to
California
my
State
story
Fair.
after that
I
little
mean,
experience of my high school. Yeah, that could go on forever. Yeah, so I think California. I mean, at the end of the day, the state fair. I think other state fairs are gonna follow when they see this money because it's all about money. We know that THC makes money, so and
mhm.
CBD and all that other
Not
stuff and all
cheap.
these oils. I mean, no, not at all. They're not cheap at all.
I bought a
But
CBD cream recently just because my back is so sore all the time. This
mhm.
thing was pushing $50 for just like a little cream.
Well,
And it
it's
didn't do it like it says it has CBD in it, but I'm pretty sure it just has menthol in it. So it feels like rub A535.
yeah, because you don't know. Did they? That's not regulated by the government, is it? I don't
Oh,
think.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, if you go into a weed store, it is all regulated by the government.
Even around here, like
Or
the gummies and stuff like that. I would never buy any drugs off the street. I don't know why people still do that. It's like,
I a guy I worked with was had these gummies. They look like little Lego men. This was quite a few years ago, and I would try them,
yeah,
and it would get me like just right messed up. And then I remember one time eating a little bit more of it and like having a full panic attack, like in my bed, like freaking out, like stressing out because some music was on my phone and this music wasn't in my library. Where did this music come from? Like panicking. My husband's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Must go to bed now."
I think you took too much back. You're only supposed to take a little
Well, that's
piece.
just it. When you buy it from a person who's making them, there's no way to know like what the dosage is, right? Like it's not even. Like my friends and I could share one thing and they don't feel anything and me be like high as kite. So I don't do that kind of stuff. I haven't touched anything in like years.
Well, if you do the right dosage, I think it's actually. like I said, I got a couple of friends that are writing books, and they're taking the CBD and the THC, and they're just rocking out with the thoughts. So
Mm. I actually don't like CBD at all. The times that I have had it, you take it for pain management and things like that. I woke
mhm.
up hungover. Like it was the weirdest thing.
Well, you know what I mean. Really, on a side note, is any musician that writes a song or anything like that, none of them are in their right mind. I mean, seriously, they're
Oh
like they
no.
have like a 3D out experience if they're taking whatever kind of drugs. Like I don't, I don't know
I've
if they're.
heard songs from the 70s. I understand.
I mean, it's great, but even yeah, 70s and 80s. So that's why nobody writes a song anymore. Because if you're just
Hmm.
sober as can be, I don't know how you write a song sober. I mean,
Yeah, really.
country song maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's just emotions only.
I know it's crazy, but yeah, go ahead, California, high times all the time.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it sounds like something we would do here for sure.
Yeah, the experience is coming next year to Canada.
No, it's probably already here at Canada. I'm sure
What
of
do
it. We have a
you
lot
guys
of
have
friends.
state fairs? Like, well,
Yeah,
you don't have state fairs. You have what, Providence? Is that what you have up there?
we have provinces. Yeah, like I, I don't know what a state fair is, to be honest. Like, is it only one in the whole state? Probably not. There's probably multiple.
No, there's local fairs like county
Yeah,
fairs and different. But
then yes.
each state, most states have their big state fair where it represents the whole state,
Yeah,
and
so we have
it's at the
we have.
capital.
I would consider Calgary Stampede what that is for Calgary.
Okay.
Um, Canada has what we call K, or Edmonton has K days. Toronto has the CNE. So like we all have stuff, and it's like a big event, concerts and rodeos and food trucks, tons and tons of food
Yeah.
trucks, rides, carnies, things like that.
Are you big on the agriculture stuff too, like cows and
No,
farming? Oh yeah, most every fair that I've been to has agriculture part too. So you have the fairs, the pigs, all
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. I mean, like Alberta, where I live, is more of a farming place. Um, like well you went to Calgary, but I wouldn't say I'm into that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
4-H. Gotta love the
yeah.
cows.
4-H, yeah, that's right. Okay, moving on. We are talking the golden ratio, which is my background. Hold on, how do I get out of the way? This I don't even
Nice.
know how to point to this here. So I don't know if you know anything about the golden ratio.
Not really.
And
They didn't
admittedly,
teach
I
me that in
don't know.
school. Sorry. We were about other stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? So the golden ratio is something that originated in ancient Greece, and it defines the proportions of 1 to 1.618. So as like it's aesthetically pleasing, right? This ratio is used in art. So if I get out of the way, like this area here is two times, sorry, I don't know how to point backwards. Anyway, they all like double each other or 1.6
Oh, gotcha.
times each
Okay.
other or whatever. And
Yeah.
so artists and things like that use it um, to when they're painting and things like that to make this sort of symmetry slash what's considered beautiful or like I said aesthetically pleasing. So it's harmonious and it has balanced proportions, if that makes sense to you. So it was
Okay.
discovered by the Pythagoreans, and it was called the divine proportion about 2,400 years ago. And it's basically just a mathematical equation. Um, and yeah, like I said, equal to 1.618. So the Pythagoreans, like Pythagorean theorem, that a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Oh, there
They
you go.
were a mystic cult, is what I read, of mathematicians who saw numbers as having mystical, philosophical, and ethical significance. So they even chose the pentagram as their symbol with its five folded symmetries. It symbolized health to them. So, anyway, a plastic surgeon, I think in England, has discovered what celebrities or what women and men are most beautiful based on this golden ratio. And so they've basically mapped their faces in a computer program and found which ones had the most beautiful, symmetrical, perfect faces. So the list is actually a little bit surprising to me. So coming in like the top of everyone, and I don't even know if you'll know who this person is, but her name is Anya Taylor Joy. She's an actress.
Okay.
Google her. Like to me, it's not my it's not my opinion of what's like
So who's? I gotta ask you, Beck. So who's judging these people? Because everybody's beautiful in their own
the
way. I mean, like,
computer.
Yeah, well, hell with the computer, and I see you got some other people in there that I'm not a fan of either. It's like, come on, they're
Yeah,
not good
it
looking.
was just like when they mapped it into the computer. So I don't know
Okay.
if you can see this is the girl that's
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, Scandinavian looking. Yeah, okay.
she's got like very large eyes, which whatever, it's how she looks. But that's what the computer based on the golden ratio says. Like it's eyebrow shape, it's distance from like nose to cheek, from lip to like it's
Oh,
100 different things. So symmetrically
like
speaking,
weird
this is
science. Weird science.
yeah, that's right. So she's
Great my girl.
94.66% perfect according to this.
Wow.
Another actress named Jodie Comer. I didn't know who she was. She's very pretty. Zendaya. I don't know how to say that. She's very famous right now. I'm sure. I know you don't know names. You're the wrong person for this. Ron knows. Bella
I don't follow
Hadid.
this stuff. They don't impress me. If I don't
No,
date them,
fair.
they don't impress me.
That's fair. Well, they've got some big shoes to fill, I guess. Bella Hadid, Margot Robbie, Beyonce, Amber Heard, Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift. These girls
Okay,
had,
time out. Kim
I
Kardashian's on
know.
the list.
Well, I
Really?
mean, I don't believe that any of these people have
No,
natural
Kim
body
Kardashian.
parts,
I gotta
okay?
say. I mean, have you seen like without makeup on? I mean,
But again, she's symmetrical, meaning that she's had a very good plastic surgeon who,
but her body, when you see it, the real body, there's a lot. I
well,
mean,
they're
she's
facing it
known
off
for her butt.
faces, but
No, it's trust me. If I took her to Planet Fitness, there nobody even look at her. I'd be like, ah, just another college kid. Like yeah, it's not.
yeah, another girl with butt implants and fake lips. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think it's like unfair to say like all these women have the perfect face based on the golden ratio because most of them have had plastic surgery to create that.
Mhm.
Perfection doesn't always occur in
Okay, so
nature.
you said Taylor Swift's on that list.
Yeah,
What is so? What's I gotta besides? So if Taylor wasn't famous and you see her just walking out,
no,
who's gonna say OMG? I'm
I
just
don't.
being facts. I mean, I'm just saying like
Maybe
being
all
devil.
400 men that she's dated.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I mean, she really doesn't work out that much. I mean, it's not
Oh
like I mean,
no, she's not like
no.
super fit
I'm
or
not gonna
anything.
lie. J Lo at 50 years old would rock any of these girls. J Lo
Totally.
is built, and she works out all the time.
She works out hard. That's right.
And I would put her in the list. J Lo, of course. Instead of Grande.
Well, again, this is just based on computer mapping of
Yeah.
her face. Now, there is a men's list here.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ryan Gosling, he was
Okay.
only at 87.48%. Kanye West was on there. Again, it's not how beautiful they are, it's how their proportions were mapped out by the golden ratio. Idris Elba, David Beckham, Hugh Jackman, George Clooney, Brad Pitt. And then these are the top three: Bradley Cooper, which is interesting to me. Henry Cavill, I could totally see that. Number one, this one blows my mind. Robert Pattinson, the guy from Twilight, the new
Come on.
Batman.
Come on.
I know, but apparently his face is perfectly
So okay,
symmetrical.
so can we do this ourselves? Is there like an app where we can see what
I
my
don't know.
ratio is?
I don't know if I want to see my face in that. Be like, you have a score of 12%. Yeah,
I'm like, whatever.
I'll find it and I'll let you know.
No, I want to. I think we should do it. I think we should do it on the show, all four of us.
It's a very humbling experience, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
keep it real. I want to know what the computer says about me. Let's say it to my face, man.
The problem with this is that I don't like to put my face into these like AI platforms, although I use Snapchat, but so it like maps my face all the time and I
Wow,
don't know.
that's very interesting. Though that's wow, that's pretty wild how they're rating people now. So the
Yeah.
sexiest man alive, like they do that on People or U.S.
I
magazine. So
mean,
I
I
wonder if
don't think
they'll
they
rate
use
that
the
over
golden
this.
ratio. I think they use probably a bunch of horny housewives to like rank it. And they seem to like the people who usually win that, like Sexiest Man Alive, are usually like having a moment. They're
Yes.
like they're not just picking like at this point like who was a heartthrob back in the day. I can't even think. Tell who like Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe was a babe in the 80s and 90s, still is, but like they're not just like picking him because he's not super relevant. He's in stuff, but he's not like A list right now. so they're not picking him for the list. But I think last year was Chris Evans. Why? Because he's Captain America and he's everywhere.
Well, back in the day, I think he won it twice. Was a Tom Selleck. These guys,
Right.
you heard of Tom Selleck, right? Magnum PI.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was like the sexiest man alive on TV Guide. I mean, he was everywhere. I think for two or
Interesting.
3 years in a row. Like people loved him.
Interesting. I mean, times have changed for sure as
Little
far as what.
stash going on, little
Yeah.
stash, little fur on the
I think
chest. I
he's
mean,
very handsome. I don't know if I would have said the sexiest man alive, but women like
oh, his
different
eye.
things.
You know what he was known for? His eyebrow. He could wink his eyebrow up in the air when he sees a girl.
Weird. And girls are into that, hey?
Oh no, because did you ever see Magnum PI? The intro at the
No.
end, he's holding a girl up in the water, and her butt's there, and he looks at the butt, and he goes, duh, 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 and then winks the eye, and that's the end of the intro
Gosh, I would
for
never
Magnum
have the
PI. Which
time.
Magnum PI is a great show, by the way. I love it.
Is it? Is that from the 80s?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. It was like in that Miami Vice era and stuff like that. But Magnum PI was pretty awesome.
I know him
DC
from Friends. Tom Selleck. He was on
from
Friends.
Friends.
Yeah, he was Monica's boyfriend for a while. Richard. That's how I know him. And then Blue
Oh,
Bloods as well.
good old Tom Selleck.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the list here. It's an odd one
Yep.
for sure, but yeah, we'll do it. Mikey's saying that Snapchat has a golden ratio filter, so we'll try it
Come
and
on,
we'll.
Mike. Who has Snapchat anymore? I don't have that.
I have it,
Maybe
but
TikTok will have one too. I'm sure.
maybe I rarely use TikTok, so I have no idea.
TikTok's the
But
wave of the future. That's where all the shopping is at. It's crushing it
oh,
now. The
really? Is
shopping.
there shopping on there?
Oh, my brother's part of that. Yeah, he's he has an agency out in California, and they're just crushing it. Once you get 1,000 followers, you can sell stuff on there. So,
Hmm.
yep, that's the way it is. Everybody's an influencer these days. Nobody wants to work.
No, of course not. Yeah, I'm looking on Snapchat. I don't see the golden ratio. I typed in golden, and it's all just like stuff with a gold hue. So,
I
oh,
think Mike meant MySpace. Maybe that's where it's at.
nice. I see. This is what. Oh,
Come on,
there.
Mike.
No, it doesn't work. There we go. This is what it came up with. Gold. A gold picture. So I don't
Now,
know. We'll find it and we'll let everyone know
I
what
want to
our
see what the
scores are.
ratio is. I want to see what the number is. Do you remember that app called Hot or Not?
Do I?
Do you remember?
Of course.
Yeah, wasn't that great? That was
Humbling.
almost the same thing. You're like, are you hot or not? And it's like,
But again, like it's biased because it's subjective, right? Like you could think someone's the most beautiful person in the world. Like clearly everyone thinks Taylor Swift is so beautiful, and yet most of us are like, okay.
it,
So
it is it is kind of funny to do the hot, like if you're at a bar or a restaurant and you're with your friends and they're like, hit that app, and it's like, dude, you're not. Get out of here, dude. Go home. You're wasting your night.
is it still a thing?
No, this is like when I was 25.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
this feels like
No, this has been
2005 kind of
yeah,
stuff.
late 90s, early 2000s, hot or
Yeah.
not it was. And it was pretty wild. Like I remember girls used to put on their MySpace, with a picture of the app and said or whatever like that, I'm hot. So
Cool. Where are they now?
selling on Instagram at 50 years old.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, if they still took care of themselves, they had computers when you were 25. Ooh, Ron.
Wow. Come on, Ron. I had a computer back in 80. My first computer was 88.
Jeez, it was like the size
Commodore
of a bedroom.
64. Yeah, my peeps took care of us. Commodore 64, I think 87 or 88. Yeah. And then before that, I think we had a little Tandy at school. We had Tandy, Radio Shack was our computers we had at school with a floppy disk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, way back.
Aging, well, going back a little bit further than my time. My first computer was 97.
Oh, 97. I was a spring break in 97.
Nice. For the whole year.
Well, I went 6 of them. So,
Jeez.
afterwards, yeah, I just kept going every year. My friends are like, want to go
Okay,
do it?
well, speaking of down memory lane, tell us about Rick's Time Machine.
Yes,
Make our
yes,
next
yes. Are
segue.
we ready for this? So
Yes, I
it's
am.
it is now time for the Thursday. I always call it. We're going
Okay.
back in time. Take me back in time. So first off,
Is that Huey
this
Lewis?
song. Oh, great song, by the way. This
Yeah.
song, "Bye Bye Bye," is back. Is
Yeah.
back. Can I say that? The 2000 hit is now on the Billboard 100 charts.
What?
It has 9 million views on YouTube and 76% on Spotify because it was featured in Deadpool and Wolverine. And it is
Okay.
making a comeback.
And kids are
So
like, "Man, this is catchy. What is this? Oh,
man,
it's
they're like,
NSYNC
bring
from
back, bye,
2000."
bye, bye. Check it out, dude. Which
Yeah,
I'm gonna lie, one of their best songs ever because I just love that little
it is so
BMW
good.
they had driving on the in the coast there in California on the road, Interstate One, I think it was Highway One, and they're like on the cliff, and he's like, bye, bye, bye. It was great, good song. But they are making a comeback, so that's my
That's
intro to this.
wild. See, it doesn't
Yeah,
even matter if you get a DUI as a 45-year-old man. The kids, the women, the middle aged, everyone alike is still gonna love you because you're NSYNC.
well, he gets some black. Did you hear what he said about that when he got arrested? He's like, I got a concert the next day, and I don't give a shit.
Well, he shouldn't have drank and drive, I guess.
Okay,
But nobody
so
cares because he's famous and he's Justin Timberlake and
but
it's
why would
NSYNC.
you
So who gives a
drive when
shit?
you have that much money, like, and you only had one drink? Come on, dude.
Because you can get away with stuff because you are have that much money.
Well,
Like,
I don't know about you, but like my friends are cops, and a lot of them, and they're in like different Beverly Hills, and they thrive on arresting somebody that's famous because they try to get
do
out.
they?
Oh yeah, it's a high. You don't. No, you just go up and say, yo. Unless you're like Terry Crews, which is cool. But if you're
Mhm.
somebody else, it's like, dude, in sync, and he calls out like, oh, you know who I am? Because they all try that. Do you know who I am? Yeah, I know who you are. Where's your license and registration?
I bet you a lot of cops are like, "Oh, so sorry, go on," oh, or like, "We'll drive you
No,
home."
not in the States here. Not
Really
unless you're
interesting,
I want to say a cop that really likes in sync. I can't see like cops that are men, like men are like
right?
in sync. I just listen to you in a cop car,
The
man.
guy's
Cool.
just like this.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you know what he says? Bye,
window.
bye, bye. You're going to jail.
Yeah, that's right.
Bye, bye, bye. Yeah. Okay. So my big thing today is we're going to turn back time. Okay. So the time machine is going back to 2000s clothing trends. You ready for this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So now we are going. So here's the research I did, and you tell me what you think. In 2000, dresses over jeans, it was.
Mm-hmm. It's
Everybody loved
so
a little
ugly.
summer dress or something like that. The jeans faded away.
Mm-hmm.
The jeans did come back. Here's another quiz. Classic jeans came back after 9/11. After we had that
Mm-hmm.
talk about it in New York, the jeans came back as being more comfort. So, like, 2003, 2004, the classic jeans came back. But and I still love jeans. I mean, jeans and a white t-shirt, that's the
Oh
American
yeah,
I
it is
go.
classic for sure.
Yeah, just go out. Dresses are back now, I think. Now, I mean, in 2000, aren't they? I see a lot
Like,
of girls wearing dresses again.
yeah, like a baby doll sort of style, or like a spaghetti strap over a white T-shirt. It's very '90s, very Spice
Or,
Girls.
or some summer dresses around here. Like if you're going to the pool, just throw a summer dress on and go out
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
food. Okay, this one here, pertains to guys, cargo pants. Remember them?
Girls too. Like,
Yeah, they look like painter pants. Got the
yeah.
pockets and everything.
See, like my dad has never not worn a cargo pant. Like it's never been out of style for my dad. But I'm seeing like the girls, like teenage girls style now is a crop top and cargos. And I'm like, what are you gonna do with all those pockets, girls? Put your phone, your wallet, your lip gloss, your mirror, like
They do that. They hound them
yeah.
down. I thought they were the most unattractive for especially girls. Just like they're just baggy and
I
just
mean, they're fairly industrial looking. They look like
grungy
work
look. Yeah,
pants.
the
Yeah.
grunge. Yeah. The next one, trucker hats, which are back again.
No.
Yeah,
No. I remember I went to high school with this girl and she would wear this thing every day and it said, Jesus is my homeboy. And this thing was just so ugly. Like it was
they're big
really
now.
high on her
Yep,
head and
the trucker hats are back. There's so many different styles
yeah.
now you can get.
Von Dutch. Von Dutch loved a trucker hat.
Oh, I have a Von Dutch in my room. I should pull it out.
Of course you do. Yeah, you better wear that.
I do. I should put it out. Hold on. Hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna get it. Watch this. We're doing this. Okay?
I am so excited. I don't think Von Dutch should ever make a comeback. Like, no offense if you're the creator of Von Dutch. I doubt you're watching our show, but I don't know. I just don't think your stuff was that nice, and it didn't look all that great.
Do 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 do. Ah, look at that.
I
And it is a
stand
trucker
by
hat
my
too. Look,
statement.
huh?
Woo woo! Like, where are you going on a convoy?
No, it just stylish. Just like what's up, everybody? Yo,
Where
what's
do you
up?
wear that, Rick? Where do you
VD.
wear that? You don't
Where?
wear
No,
that stuff.
nowhere now.
Okay, here's
I
the.
keep all my clothes, all my stuff. So I've had this for years. So what's up, everybody? Yo, peace out. We got VD in the house. Okay, now you got me pumped.
VD in the house. Those are not
Woo!
the letters you should
How
be
we
using.
roll. Okay, next one. Capri pants.
Yeah, okay. I've always loved a capri pant.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, what was so good about them? Were they just like,
But I don't know, they're cute. You don't have your pants dragging and getting the bottoms wrecked. It's not shorts. We don't have to show off our thighs. It's just like the perfect middle ground.
and
Our ankles get
they were
hairy.
comfortable too, or
Oh
what?
yeah, I still wear capri pants. Always have.
Cool. Okay,
Mhm.
next one. Tube tops.
Oh yeah, both my kids have made me buy some the last couple months. I
They're
mean, I
back.
wish I wish I could wear it to be honest, but
Tube tops. I remember that all the time. Like, especially like, growing up when I was younger. I mean, I remember like all my aunts had tube tops. So you got a tube top on. People love to say that word, tube top.
tube top. The,
Tube top, or
the
they
thing
would
about
share. Like I remember, like friends coming. I go to a friend's house and they had older sisters. And be like, "Hey, can I share your tube top? Can I borrow one of yours?"
right.
No, did you ever borrow clothes? I mean, guys,
Oh yeah.
we don't borrow clothes. That's kind of weird. Like I'm not
Yeah,
borrowing
no,
nobody's
girls always do.
I'm not down with nobody's underwear or jeans. Like meanwhile, my friends couldn't fit in my jeans anyway. Because I like too much
Right.
spaghetti. So
Because we're all stretched out, hey.
oh, stretched out. You got to wash them, and you don't know. I hate to say it. I'm like, how many times they pass gas in my jeans? I mean, come on.
I guess. Well, no, girls always borrow each other's clothes. If I go on a girls' trip, we all have traded clothes 10 times.
That is wild,
Sort of.
man.
Mhm. We
Okay,
always
next
do.
one. Wide leg jeans. Remember when they
Mhm.
came out?
Oh, yeah, they're so in right now for girls, well, more so for girls, I would say. Not for guys. Skinny jeans for guys,
Yeah, skinny, but I think
like
they're getting a
ankle
little bit
biters.
more flexible now because I tried skinnies on. I don't know how people wear 'em, man. I mean, I don't know how you walk in them. You're just
Where does your junk
suffocating.
go? That's what I want to know.
What's up?
Where does your junk go? That's what I want to know.
Very secure and very tight. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, it's not
Yeah, it's
moving.
tight. It is. Another one before we get out of here is baseball jackets. Remember that? I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, everybody had a baseball jacket back in the
Yeah,
2000s. Yeah,
I
represent
think
your
that makes
team
sense.
or whatever color, whatever was hot. It's like, yeah, for some reason, baseball jackets were like cool. Like I had a Dodger one, love the Oakland A's. So I had an A's one, Pirate one. Yeah, it was kind of cool representing.
Interesting. I had one from T-ball, and I remember trying to wear it in high school. It was so small on me. I don't know why, but it was like a cute. I don't know. It looks so stupid. But,
And the next one, which is back, Nike Air Jordans was big again.
oh
That's when they
yeah,
made a comeback.
my kids have some. Well, one of them has them. Or do they both? No, no. I think just the one. But they've both wanted them. But I don't know. I don't get it.
That's that's crazy. And there's two more on this. Okay, so you ready for this?
Yeah.
Bucket. I hated this bucket hats.
Yes.
I like what people at the beach would have a bucket hat. I'm like, and these kids, like guys, are like 25 years old. Like, dude, you look like you're 60 years old, like a John Candy movie or something like that, dude.
John
I did
Candy
not
movie.
like bucket hats at all. I'm just telling you, like they were not. I bought one and I wore it out one time, and I remember like I'm like, dude, this just looks stupid on me. I'm getting rid of this shit.
My kids went through a bucket hat phase a few years ago. They're out of it. My kid just got one from her track meet. They had like swag bags there, and this thing was so ugly. It was like that classic fishing green color, and
Oh
it had
god,
like patches on it. And I was like, "You have to wear this fishing." And she's like, "This is so ugly." I said, "Yeah, it's so ugly, but like you're going fishing with granddad. Like you might as well wear it." She wouldn't even
yeah, it
wear it.
covers your ears up so your ears don't get burned, right? But I mean,
Yeah,
besides being protective, I can't see a bucket hat being like sexy or anything like that.
yeah, it's not my jam for sure. Maybe
No.
I'll wear one of their bucket hats next year.
It is. Get that fisherman's hat out.
Yeah,
Okay, and
right.
the last one is remember the puffy jackets with the fur inside?
Yeah, that
The
was, and
big
it was
puff. Even
short,
the
like a
guys had the
bomber
puffy
style.
ones too, like the puffy, like look like you were blown up, and they had like the goose feathers in them
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah,
Okay, interesting.
little puff for you, Dad. Puff Daddy. We won't talk about that.
Daddy, that's right. Yeah, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, no, Puff Daddy. We ain't going down that rabbit hole today.
Hashtag it though, because that'll be a good one to hashtag.
P Diddy. Check it out. It's all about VD today. Von Dutch in the house, making a
I,
comeback.
I hate
Von
that you're
Dutch is
right.
making a comeback because of right now. I pulled the hat out
This is
from
it
back
right here.
25 years ago. VD needs to come back. Let's do it.
VD, you keep saying this. Venereal disease.
Now, why you gotta think dirty like that? Come on.
Because that's what VD stands
Well,
for.
we can add VD clothing now. Let's make it hip.
Okay.
Von D. We'll just call it Von D. How about that? Von D.
Lundy.
We
Yeah,
don't do the Dutch part anymore. Nah, we'll just do Von D.
that's right. Because
Like,
then people will think it's like, what's that comedian that's really famous
we'll
right
just,
now?
no, they'll just think it's Vin Diesel, right? VD.
Maybe because he's
He's
so
another one.
popular.
Okay, so time out. While we're on this, I could chat forever on this. Vin Diesel, sexy or not? You tell me.
No,
All
you.
right, all right. You know he was one of the sexiest man alive too at one time.
I don't know how he's so weird to me.
He was always weird.
I
Vin
don't know.
Diesel.
I have weird taste though, so maybe what's conventionally hot is like not my jam. Okay, well, take off that hat, throw it, burn it.
No way! It's on for life now. Woo!
Okay,
Yeah.
that looks good. I like that.
Oh, that's the way I
Okay,
wear a hat. I don't wear it because I have a small face. I don't wear the bill up. It's always the back. Yeah.
okay. Well, I like it like that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so our last segment of the day, I was trying to redeem my original list of what I thought were the best sitcoms. Everyone roasted me for it, so I will say that some of my favorites were on this list. But this is
Ooh.
from Reader's Digest. This is from the 100 best TV shows of all time, so not just sitcoms. But I have the top 20. So at number 20 is All in the Family, ran from 71 to 79.
Wow.
Number 19, Hill Street Blues, ran from 1981 to 87.
Dun, dun, dun,
I've never
dun,
seen this
dun,
one.
dun. Great song.
Is it? Number 18, Murder She Wrote, from 1984 to
Whoa.
1996. That's an
Angela
interesting
Lansbury.
one. Yeah. Number 17, Seinfeld, from 89 to 1998. I'm surprised it
Yeah.
was as low as 17, but number 16, Schitt's Creek, from 2015 to 2020. Fantastic show. Such a good show.
Great show. Great show.
Number 15, Frasier, from 93 to 2004.
Yeah.
It's the best show, my favorite show ever. Number 14, Sex and the City, from 1998 to '04.
If you're a
I
guy,
know
you learn
you
a
love it.
lot about a woman on that
I
show.
know you love that show.
That's dating tips right there. Watch that.
Totally. But only the first one, not this new one. The new one is terrible.
No, no.
Number 13 is Cheers, ran from 82 to 93.
Oh, everybody
I
knows
couldn't
your
get
name.
into
Hell
it. I
yeah.
thought once I finished Frasier for the second time, I was like, I should try Cheers. No, I couldn't get into it. I'll try
Oh,
again.
Cheers is the best.
Is it good? Okay. Number 12, Handmaid's Tale, ran from 2017 to present. It's still going.
Oh,
Yeah, good show. Number 11, Little House on the Prairie, ran from 74 to 83. And
yeah, it was
I don't know
okay. It
what
was
this is
kind of
based
boring,
off of.
though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's wholesome. It's like the Walton. It's just like so wholesome.
Well, John Boy wholesome. Walton's a little bit, yeah, too wholesome for me.
Yeah, little wholesome. Number 10, Downton Abbey, ran from 2010 to 2015. Never seen it. I hear good things. Number 9, Star Trek. That's the William Shatner one, from 66 to 69.
Yeah, that really spaced you out. You felt like you were on drugs when you watched that. It
Oh,
was wild.
really? That's
Oh,
hilarious.
it's pretty wild.
Number 8, The Brady Bunch, ran from 69 to 74.
Here's a story of a lovely lady. Woo! Yeah, good. I love the Brady's.
I have Mom Brady's hair, too. I just need like the little curls and stuff.
Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Woo,
That's
woo.
right. All right, number 7, Blackish. Never seen it. It ran from 2014 till current.
It was funny. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It's still
It was
on.
good.
I guess it still is funny. Number
Yeah.
6, The Wonder Years, ran from 88 to 93. That's weird
Oh,
to be that
Fred
high.
Savvy. Gotta love it.
I mean, it's a good show, but like, is it number 6? I don't know.
Oh, it's a great show.
Number 5, Gilligan's Island, from 64 to
Dun, dun,
67.
dun, 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 dun.
Never
Dun,
seen it.
dun, 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 dun. Are we allowed to even do that? Can I do that, or we get
I
access to that?
probably not. No, we're gonna have to edit that. Number 4 is Will and Grace, from 98 to 2006.
Really? I'm not a
Ron
fan.
says this is not a good list. I didn't make this list. This is the Reader's Digest list.
Yeah.
Number 3 is I Love Lucy, ran from 51 to 57. Number 2 is This Is Us, ran from 2016 to 2022. I've never heard it, but that has like a
Mm.
major cult following. And the number 1 show as rated by Reader's Digest is MASH, from 1972 to 1983.
See, you know what? Okay, so MASH was great. I know people loved it because it was, but they rated so high. Come on, I think there's other shows that should have been on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, go look up the list, type in Reader's Digest 100 best.
What
And,
about the Facts of Life?
maybe
Different Strokes.
it's on there in the other 80.
You take the good, you take the bad, and then you have the facts of life. I mean, I love Miss Garrett. That was awesome.
Hmm. Again, never seen it. I
Oh,
should though. I
facts of
have a
life,
lot to
another
catch
good
up on.
one. These are all, yeah.
I need to watch Deja Vu. They had some good shows back on then. But yeah, that's the list. So don't kill the messenger. I just wrote them down. I didn't pick them, although I would have had Schitt's Creek and Frasier on my list, and Sex and the City and Will and Grace. So I stand by it.
MASH always wins, though. We know. I mean, we know it. We know how to predict it. You know how it is. They're
Yeah,
always number one.
yeah, that's right. Well, anyway, we are after 8 o'clock, so we definitely. Yeah, thank you, Ron. Not Becky's fault. Yes, we are wrapping up on. Get that VD out of here.
There it is, the retro hat. If you get a chance, reach out to me. I might be selling it.
Ew. Yeah, on eBay. Gross. Okay, so follow us again on all of our platforms. Check us out on Saturday when it'll be Kenny and Ron, I believe. Usually, yeah, they usually do the Saturday show. I was actually up early twice this week. Once to catch their show, they were just like going hard on Marvel. Ronnie was going hard on Marvel, and then
Ronnie.
I was able to catch your show, yours and Mike's the other day. So it was nice to be awake for those things.
That's great. And you know, when we Mike, our shows go so sideways all the time. You know that we start bullshit about
Well,
like stuff. Yeah, we never topic, and then it goes
I know
sideways.
you guys dropped F bombs too, and I was like, "Whew."
Hey, it's what life's about. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But hey, Becky, thank you so much for jumping on this morning here.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, if you get a chance, one more time, can I throw it out there? I got
Get
to do it.
that disgusting thing out of here.
She loves it.
I
If you get a
hate it.
chance, VD's in the house.
I hate truckers' hats. They're so stupid.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye, everyone. I don't know how to